That's offensive, as if those two words constitute an argument.
A number of figures on the left have denounced this show as racist.
That is very offensive.
Caitlyn Jenner was Woman of the Year, but she hasn't been woman for an entire year. Oh, that's so offensive.
Honestly, I find it offensive.
I am so offended.
I was offended and dismayed.
There's a lot of music full of the N-word.
That's racist!
By the way, and the B-word.
Everything is sexist.
And the H-word.
Hate speech is not protected by the First Amendment. Yes, it is. Threats are not protected by the First Amendment.
Everything is racist.
That's offensive to me, that kind of language.
Everything is homophobic.
And it's offensively unfunny.
Sometimes you don't choose the right words, or you say the wrong thing. I have done that.
Would you like to put your microphone in front of your face?
Oh. Present the microphone in the most
So we're going to do a podcast, but you don't need any equipment.
I set it up here. Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Podcasts are all about the visuals anyways.
Check in. Oh, duh. I mean, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Does it feel steady?
Feels good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Feels good, feels right. Feels good, man.
Check.
Feels good, man.
Check
I do
in
sound.
the
I
mic.
sound good.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like deep voice days and like higher voice days?
Sometimes I sound like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sound like this.
Number two. Yeah. Number two, please. Yeah.
Number one or number
today's
two?
a low voice day for me, I think.
I think you sound the same for what
Really?
it's worth. Yeah.
Maybe it just feels different. It's just a confidence thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like these chairs.
Yeah. They
I dig.
were not much money. I don't remember how much they were. They were Salvation Army.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. 75% off.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you get it on Monday? Mondays are 75% off.
Really?
Must
Maybe
been.
it was then.
Must have been a Monday.
It was they do
Pro tip, Salvation Army Mondays.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We don't need to make more junk anyway.
Exactly. I know you're all about the reuse and recycling.
Yeah, upcycle.
There you go.
And this was our
What is upcycle? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's an amazing thing.
She talked about it on the last podcast. That's why I was asking if she was still into it.
I was going to say I've heard that somewhere, but what
Her.
I guess it was when I was editing our podcast, yeah.
No, it's just like,
it was probably Rogan, yeah.
Instead of going out and buying something that you need, looking around at what you have and seeing how can I actually manifest this or out of what I already have.
I read a book and it was comparing Craigslist to a website called Free Cycling, where you give shit away for free, basically on the same concept, just you give it away for free.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about the way that the community expands, because through free cycling, it's more like a donation, as to Craigslist, which is just setting up a deal between strangers. So they're talking that not only did the network between people expand faster on free cycle, but more people are more consistently using it.
Wow. That's awesome.
It was pretty fascinating stuff. It was like 300 pages.
Fucking kill me, dude. What is that, whole day? That's a whole day of your life?
That was probably about 8 to 10 hours of reading, yeah.
Fuck.
I learned a nap.
You know
Just
how many Netflix shows you could have watched in the course of that? Like a series.
I'm glad that I do not own Netflix. I can't do it.
I'm pretty impressed at how much of it you retained, to be honest.
I retained significantly more than that, but this podcast would get very boring very quickly.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like it doesn't already when I talk. Never mind.
How come I've never heard of free cycling?
Because you're not a part of the community and you're probably just looking to make some money.
True.
So
it is very revolutionary, right? It's
It
like
is.
if you want to stick it to the man, like sew your own clothes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious.
My
It's
great
that
grandma
simple.
was a mountain person, and so she would make like she'd take like old curtains and make like underwear out of them.
Nice.
Like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. great granny. What do we call her? I don't remember.
I like that you're
Just
looking at
great-granny.
Sean for what do you call your great grandmother?
My grandma used to have a saying
I was
about.
alive with you in the Dust Bowl.
He's
Okay, I don't know. I can't relate to this. I don't.
He's sitting right in front of my thinking spot that I.
Oh yeah.
He did that
She
on
had a
purpose.
saying about how they were so poor they would make their clothes out of things like flour sacks.
Yep.
And she's like, "It says self-rising right in the front."
Oh yeah.
Classic grandma joke.
That's a great grandma joke.
Or that's Urban Outfitters. Like,
You know what? You need to trademark that
Checkout
right now
item.
because as
Checkout
soon as
item.
Right? Ooh. Should.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's actually- maybe just make it boxers. We should make some boxers and digitally print
we
like
can
a
do
flower bag
That
onto the
says
boxers.
self-rising on
I
the
said
front.
just go with the flower bag.
Oh.
That sounds
I
fucking
mean-
cool. That sounds
We need to
like-
upcycle. Everyone, bring
Yeah.
your donations of your used flower bags.
Bring us your flour sacks.
down to the station. We're gonna start manufacturing these immediately.
Yeah. Flour sacks.
Fellas,
flour
grab your flour sacks and get out
honey,
here.
I need a couple more flour sacks. It's taco night on Tuesday.
Grab them by the flour sack.
It feels like something you would
More
have.
this week.
Feels like something you'd have after transitioning, right? I've got a flour sack now.
I'm ready for my flour sack.
I'm raising $10,000 to get my flour sack. I can't even say it.
Say that
Flour
10 times
sack.
fast.
Dude, I support the community and their flour sacks, though. All of them. Whoever wants one.
What would be an ideal sack to have? Like an ideal sack material.
For underwear?
Yeah, for your sack.
For your sack,
That's what we're talking about,
duh.
sack for the sack.
Probably sack skin.
Sack skin. Or yak skin. Exactly. Yak skin.
Oh,
I mean, is there anything softer? I don't know.
That's true, yeah.
that is pretty soft.
Baby foreskin. Is that no? Too far? No. Isn't that what they put that like celebrities and rich people put it on their face because it's like a super moisturizing.
It's younger.
It makes you wonder. People do they really do these crazy things, or do they? People say that about them because they're so successful. They're like, yeah, fuck that guy. He rubs baby asses on his face. Yeah, fuck him and his success. Hate him.
He's got a big home and a beautiful wife. I hate him. I bet he rubs flour sacks on his face.
We don't know.
I think a lot of that stuff is just like, I can do it and you can't, right? Like, I can,
right?
I have enough money to buy a bunch of discarded baby foreskins and put it on my face. Do you, peasants? And everyone's kind of like, okay, Brad Pitt, like, cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, man. Go ahead. Like, like, cool, dude. Just go make another fucking good movie. Like, I don't, like, whatever.
What if you didn't circumcise your kid and then could you reuse the foreskin if it was still
Like if you had an accident and you needed to repair
Like a skin graft.
scar,
Yeah.
you take it from fellas.
From the foreskin.
You need to keep your foreskin in case of
PSA.
emergencies.
To all of the parents out there, don't circumcise your children. You
He may need an eyelid later.
you may need to turn that foreskin into a forehead at some point.
Totally. I mean, that's foreshadowing.
Just teeing off.
For
Just
sure.
teeing off a
For
baby
sure.
dick.
Yeah.
You're very forthcoming with your words.
All right, we need 4 more.
Don't force it.
Ooh. I like it. I like it.
You can't test our foresight.
This is quite the foursome.
I'm glad that you're having a good time.
I don't know if we can afford any
Give it to him. Put it on the board.
It's like we're volleying.
Hacky sack, that kind of brings it back round circle, right? Sacks.
Sacky.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Sacks.
Let me explain it.
Pretty early for a callback, don't you think?
Forget about it. Are we done?
Like, that's too many puns. That's what they're saying in dog.
Get us out of here.
Move on to the next one. Is what they're saying, but in dog.
Shout out Muggsy and Bo.
Yeah. They make a
Professor
good point,
Muggs and Sheriff Rainbow. Well, let's do, since this is weird and awkward, let's awkwardly and weirdly get into intros.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our usual style.
Usually, well, our usual style is as we're walking out of the door at 9:30.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way,
here's who you've been laughing at or hating for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are Offensive. You can find us at Offensive. Hit us up, offensive@gmail.com.
Do it.
Subscribestar.com/North Park Radio for t-shirts and shit. Here with DUS.
Oh, I changed it.
You changed it?
Today. It's just Dusty K Tunnel.
Dusty K Tunnel and everything's, right?
Yeah, 2 L's.
And all the things?
Tunnel with 2 L's.
Dusty K Tunnel.
Yeah, Tunnel. It's French.
Tunnel. Tunnel. MCT Jokes.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the same.
Yes, sir.
Michael Timothy Meyer.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
I'm Sean IE Cory. And today we're here with Jessy Pitcock at JP Comedy.
It's also JFP.
JFP.
Jessy fucking Pitcock.
Ooh, I like it.
I was testing it out.
It's
too.
like capital F, though.
It's like JFK. but
Lowercase everything else, capital F. Like
Ooh, that would be pretty.
There you go.
I like that.
We're giving you
I made
font
that up
ideas.
for you, yeah.
Right.
But you now have to pay me royalties if you do that. Yeah,
Put it in sans serif and you'll be fine.
Right?
Change the font and you don't have to give him credit for it.
Man, fool again. Man. Another 10 cents I lost. Damn it. How am I ever going to pay my taxes? Yeah, join T-Shirt Club. We're going to have T-shirts soon at northparkradio.com. Hit us up. Demand our apologies. Ask us questions. Write us segments. If you want to write segment songs, because I don't want to keep making segment songs, send those in to me too at offensive@gmail.com.
Sounds good. Jesse could do our music for
us. If you're funny or talented, yeah, send us songs and funny stuff you want played. If you even want to make like a highlight video of some shit we said or done or whatever, you know,
just go onto
send
Jesse's
that to us.
Facebook.
We'll play it on the pod. Yeah, send it directly to Jesse's DMs.
That'd be great.
Right after you send the dick pics.
She is a very
already like I know going to be
a very talented musician looking for more music from all of you.
Yes.
Upcycling the music.
Indeed.
Upcycling all the music. But yeah, any apologies? First segment?
I don't think so. Although I also can't remember what I said on the last podcast. So happy to be here.
You did kind of express some genocidal thoughts. Do you want to...
Some what?
Some thoughts of genocide and mass murder?
Oh, but I've done that enough on this podcast that I feel like I really shouldn't have to. I've also volunteered to be in a lot of genocides that I may or may not know about. So I feel like it's there's an even trade-off. Sure. Depends on who's doing the genociding. Yeah.
And who's being genocided?
Yeah, what's the correct terminology there? Are you the genocidee? Or a genocider?
I'm the genocider. Genocider.
Sounds like a wrestler.
Genocider.
The genocider.
Gary the genocider.
Like some 80s rock band starts playing.
Fireworks.
Yeah, sparks. You know.
He has like some goofy military outfit on. Like, one of those, like,
Of course.
Way too many stars and like stripes on it.
Like that's not even a rank from
amount of,
anyone.
like, yeah, like,
There's a
badges
smiley
hanging off of
face.
him. Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Like hippie buttons mixed in with
I don't know. I think it sounds like just racist fermented fruit. You know what I mean?
Just the genocider would be a good name for a juicer, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like some genocider?
Ooh.
I kind of do. You sold. Kombucha.
Ooh, I like kombucha.
Yeah.
There we go. We could do a kombucha called the genocider.
But I actually I don't like kombucha, like the non-alcoholic kind.
Oh,
I
you like the alcohol?
The booze one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
It is really yummy,
I
actually.
just had it at a music festival thing a few months ago.
A few months ago.
And yeah, it was like the same alcohol as like a beer, but
Yeah.
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 Healthier.
But not a beer.
Yeah. I didn't have the beer shits the next day.
Oh, nice.
Which was nice.
Hey, so you guys are boys, so you don't know this. And I just learned this about girls.
Educate us.
And I want to teach you guys, but I want to share. We're sharing, right? Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's okay. So there's this thing that girls do in the bathroom etiquette, and I knew this part, but how girls we don't fart when other girls are in there. There's still no farting happening. Whereas guys, I feel like that's not a thing, right?
Oh yeah, once those doors of that bathroom
it's fine.
close,
Yeah,
it's
all you guys don't care about each other. Girls hide this from each other, and so I was sharing this with some of my girlfriends the other night, and one of the girls is like, "Oh, you know what I do?" And she's like, "What I do is I ball up toilet paper and then I muffle it."
Whoa!
And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Taking a page out of the kidnapping book there.
and then
man, but for real, she's living in 2300, man. That's
right. And then another girl was like, "Oh, well, you know what? Another thing I do is and I just learned this, and they totally blew my mind. Is with the the beer shits, right? The streaks on the bottom. They're like, no, you put a layer of toilet paper on the top, and then you go to the bathroom on that."
That's a lot of effort.
It blew my mind. And yeah, I was like, if men only knew. That's why we're stressed all the time. We're thinking about all this dumb shit that you guys don't even care about.
If there's one skid mark on this toilet, I swear to God.
I feel like I don't have enough time for all that because I've been holding that fart in for probably 8 or 9 hours. It's gotta go. It's gotta come out now.
I know. I'm just letting you guys know there's a whole world.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Me neither, because I grew up with my dad a lot, so
we're
all learning together.
Yeah.
I just feel like when the doors close, it should just be off, no holds barred.
It's a bathroom,
no rules,
you're in
nothing's off limits,
right?
Let it rip, let it smell, let it splash. Don't leave a mess behind.
See, that's the other thing.
People leave messes behind. That's the problem. That's the thing I have is you walk out, the person just disregard for the next person. Just
or
poop on the
some
seat or
chicks will
something.
Piss all over the seat because they don't want to
that's a bad one.
they don't want to sit on it, so they hover. But then you just spray the whole fucking seat. That is not
It's like
cleaner.
A cat just
At least put this fucking seat up. I'll go in to a girl's bathroom and piss everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck was she thinking?
That makes sense because I've cleaned girls' bathrooms in the past, and I've wondered why there's piss on the seats.
Because they're going
my thought was always just some dude came in here and pissed on the seats. How?
No woman could have done that.
I'm getting one of these whoa moments where I'm everything makes so much sense now. These girls are
because I'm batting 100% every time I sit down to pee. You know what I mean? 100%. I was at Lake Murray the other day to go for a run, and I went to there's a big porta potty right where the running part starts. Mm-hmm. And there was this giant turd sandwich between the top of the lid and the lid that you sit on.
Oh no!
It was a literal it was a shit sandwich.
Oh man!
And I had to use a different porta potty because I wasn't about to like touch that lid. You know what I mean? To lift it up. I guess I could have just.
I mean, what extra surprise is the weight? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's not.
true, yeah.
That's the welcome. That's the welcome.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you're gonna go.
Well, I'm wondering how it got there. Was somebody hovering with the seat up and then missed?
No, the way because it went like across, so like it was like they like laid it across,
like it was art. It was
like they're trying to seal it, like they're trying to seal the toilet seat.
Like an
I mean, it
Oreo,
really,
like a nice little layered
it really was pretty impressive.
So since we're on the topic,
go for it.
Yeah, please continue.
Toilet. Okay, so tiny houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of tiny house things because
Yes.
they're exciting. It's exciting, right?
I'm
Like the whole
foreshadowing
concept.
clogs.
But then it's like, yeah.
Topics coming up.
But a lot of them have compost toilets.
Yep.
And compost toilet is like a new age, fancy hippie way of saying shitting in a bucket.
Absolutely.
Because I grew up in Arkansas, and I had some country people, and we'd be at like people's houses, or like even my dad at one point, where like they didn't pay the water bill or something. You're out in the middle of the fucking country, you gotta shit in a bucket.
Yeah.
And if you would have told me when I was a kid that shitting in a bucket was going to be the cool thing to do when I was in my 30s, I'd tell you to get the fuck out of here.
You can save a lot on a water bill. You know what I mean? Like,
But I mean, it makes sense because it's like, okay, I totally am on board with the whole like sawdust compost toilet thing, because it's like you can't shit in a mystery hole forever and not have to deal with where it goes.
That's a good point.
Eventually,
it goes somewhere.
all that shit's going to blow up in your face. And I think that's our generation's
Have you ever seen
burden.
a septic backup? Like,
That's a good overall like descriptor of our generation.
Totally. We've been shitting in a hole, a mystery hole, and we're like, I don't know where it goes.
Too long, just pretending it's okay, pretending everything's fine. And if we don't address the problem soon, it's going to blow up in our face.
So there are some of my friends in Kansas still have
Millennials,
outhouses.
A movie. A Netflix series.
Some of my friends in Kansas still have outhouses, so it's literally going outside to take a shit
all the
in a hole.
people in Kansas have outhouses?
You know what? We've got indoor plumbing, all right? We got it, like...
You choose to shit outside.
We
As
choose
of
to shit
1994? Is that 94 or
It's not a
95
have
when they
to.
finally got around to
Cut a hole in a lawn chair.
1894, actually, is when I was born and raised. But...
That country's where I spent most of my days.
I wish I had something to follow that up with, but I can't think of the lyrics right now.
Yeah, that's all I got. Yeah, so do you guys cut holes in like lawn chairs and that's your toilet?
And then we build a small structure around it for privacy. But yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Because you don't want to just shit in front of your friends
what's
in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, what's the weather like out there? Is there a fan? Or
if it's cold, that toilet seat is not any warmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're going to shit outside when it's like 20 degrees outside. It's a 20-degree toilet seat.
I'll keep my mystery hole, thank you.
I'll keep my mystery hole.
I'm waiting for... it's only a matter of time until the outhouse, like you said, is just a new age, shitting in a bucket and dumping it somewhere else.
Because it's not sustainable, right? Like, I mean, and like, I agree with like the solar thing, how like sometimes they're taking stuff on the lines and putting them underground, but it should just make sense that it's like encompassed in your house.
Yeah.
Like the whole grid nonsense is causing a lot of problems, I imagine.
But these homes were built in the 50s, and they weren't thinking about that in the 50s. They're like, we're not thinking about power from the sun. I like my oil.
Right?
Is that how they talked? Everybody in the 50s talked like that.
They talk like this old chap.
Oh, that's what it was.
One or the other.
This is actually how they talk to the 50s.
Like his people and then these people.
You got
Rush out the 1950s.
Kansas and Arkansas repping SoCal out here.
They're probably progressive out here. I don't know. I don't care.
As soon as we start shitting in a bucket, I'll believe it. Did you
like I needed
remove
a
the
baby
pants
wipe.
completely, or did you keep pants like around the ankles?
Around the ankles.
That's where you went wrong, bud. You got to take your pants completely off if you're shitting in the woods.
Yeah.
I do. Well, I do pants and shirt off.
What if I need to run like right now?
Then you. That's why you.
That's why you get all the way
Yeah,
off.
that's why you take your pants all the way off.
Oh, I just pull them up.
No, that's too much time.
You're gonna
if
trip
if
and
you
fall.
need to run.
Yeah.
If you need to run, like you're taking a dump in the woods, and let's say, okay, you know what, a bear.
Yeah, bear comes.
And your pants are around your ankles.
Your immediate response is going to be to run, and you're going to
I
trip.
just offer him a Coca-Cola. I know how these things work.
I got a picnic basket over there. Give me a couple seconds to finish up.
Are you sure you don't give him a pot of honey?
Oh, yeah, that might be it.
Yeah. Or a
Depends on where you are.
Or a picnic basket.
Hey, so if you took a shit in the middle of the woods and you took your pants all the way off, you'd be winning the poo in it.
Oh, are we gonna start these puns now?
Well, isn't there bears notoriously use toilet paper, right? According to commercials. So
according to the
bear
Charmin,
did approach. Maybe you could just ask it. You know,
does a
nicely
bear
and
shit in the
calmly.
woods?
Yeah.
Yes, and it uses toilet paper. Thank you very much.
Double ply.
Yeah,
It's Charmin,
yeah, the
right?
2-ply. It's
Charmin.
the
It's
2-ply.
Charmin.
I'm like, these bears are killing more trees than they're rubbing up against. You know.
Yeah.
Bears will
How
travel
can it
for.
be 2019 and they haven't changed their name to Shartman. That's what I want to know.
Oh, idiocracy. Like how Fuddruckers became butt fuckers.
Yeah.
Just give it time. Give it time. It's happening.
I drove by Fuddruckers the other day and thought about that and laughed.
You guys know what we're talking about?
Idiocracy. Yes, that is a
Kind of.
It's a
20%.
He really only gets the butt fuckers part. It's the only part he understood.
It's a movie.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those movies. I think I've seen it because it used to always be on Comedy Central. So I've seen it like in the background or like maybe like a part
Right,
here
right,
or there,
right.
or like a lot from like 2006 to 2009. But I don't think I've seen it in like 10 years. So I can't. I'm like literally forgetting half of it. But I know. I mean,
The concept.
Yeah.
You know, we're not dumb enough to have a place called, what was it?
Shartman.
Shartman. Yeah, we're not dumb enough yet. We need more time.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We're close with the president though.
Oh.
The electrolytes in the water, the plants. It's what
It'd be
plants
the
create.
the best electrolytes.
Yeah, everything that's in our water has always been there, or at least for like the last 50 years.
Monsanto's really just stepping their game up. You know what
Dude.
I mean? Like,
Well, what about the pipes that your water came to you in?
Yep.
What's going on in there?
what's in those pipes?
You don't know. You don't know what's
It's
in
like
those
they're like
pipes.
60 years old. Yeah, they're like 60 years old.
There's all kinds of stuff growing in there. You
Yeah.
don't know. And like things get stuck. So like, you know, the stalagmites and stalactites
You're thinking that there are rock formations inside of
in
the
the
pipe.
pipes. And then shit gets snagged on there and now it's in your water.
Yep.
It doesn't get filtered out.
I mean, you
exactly
never
right.
know. I don't know.
That's what
Who's
you can
checking
never.
them? Who's going through those pipes?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Not until there's a problem. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right,
America.
that's right.
America.
Yeah.
That's
Laying pipe and not checking on the result. Since
laying pipe and never
1776.
looking back.
Just laying pipe and shitting in mystery holes. That's it.
Laying pipe and butt fucking. I want to join this conversation. Yeah, I come from a big farm town, and apparently our farm water is all toxic now. So
I believe it.
it's okay.
Any more toxic than the meth that everyone is smoking?
It's actually probably where it's coming from. So it's probably roughly the same. Yeah.
But it just goes to show how resilient people are, right? They can
Exactly.
tolerate a lot.
They
It's crazy.
can-
It's the one place in the world where meth is actually a cure to something.
Yeah.
So wild.
We
all
filter
of
our
a
water.
sudden, Central California hasn't slept for like 3 days. I don't know. These carrots are dope, though. Literal. Okay.
Ha. They're dope. For dopers.
That's what it deserved. Yeah.
I had a slight epiphany into the microphone.
Said the word.
No, I'm just agreeing that it wasn't funny. That's all.
I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm talking about a thing.
The headphone splitter.
Yes. Yes, and?
Dusty just took his pants off for anyone who's wondering.
Hey, dude, I'm about to take a shit, okay?
The wonderful world of radio. You can just paint whatever picture.
That's exactly right. But for real, though, take off your pants the next time you take a dump. It's a freeing experience.
Well, I do that here.
Are you a pants down pisser, too, at the urinal? You go pants to the ankles?
All the way down to the ankles at the urinal.
And then I also lift my shirt up because I don't want to get any on my clothes.
Oh, that's smart.
So I feel like that became like a meme, like an internet meme in 2010.
So it comes from South Park. There's a character named Butters, and
2010ish. I feel like right when I went to college, my first or second year.
Yeah, I think it was.
And I remember thinking because like I lived in a college dorm where there was just, I mean, it was a giant bathroom with a bunch of urinals.
Yeah.
And it's like the last thing anyone would have done is pull their pants all the way down and pee. I mean, it's like a bunch of dudes masculine. I mean, it's just like the epitome of like, I don't know, it's like the perfect sample size if you're seeing every type of dude when they're 19 years old just getting away from their parents, where they still have those lingering weird habits, where they're those embarrassing habits you see everywhere else.
Like little boys.
That's what
children do
someone
that
pulling
shit.
their pants down.
Yes.
I came out to San Diego. I see this shit, man. Like in bathrooms, I see grown men, like 45-year-old dude men, like dads, like guys, and then they pull their pants up and they look like your son's baseball coach. Like not a homeless psychopath.
They pull their pants up, and now
not
it's
a
someone
creepy
you know.
weirdo. You know that guy's a murderer. You know that guy's in a cult right there.
You look a lot different with your pants all the way off.
non funny. They're not being funny. They're being serious. This is function for them. And I just want to know what's up with that.
Wait, so they have to bend over?
First of all, it's gross. Second of all,
I have a pretty good friend
it's a full frontal and a full rear.
Yeah.
But it just makes like, why would you think like what is better? Because honestly, you're putting your pants on a dirty bathroom floor more likely than not. So that's just gross.
Is it because they don't want to pee on it?
I don't know.
Explain to me the logic.
Plus, now your ass is just hanging out, so everyone else now has to see and deal with your ass if you're farting, you know, directly.
What if it's hairy
and stuff? And it's always
yeah. What if it's hairy?
What if there's like toilet? What if there's toilet paper in the hair?
What a dingleberry. little paper airplanes along.
All you're doing is describing what it's like to be a man.
Talking about man asses.
I have a friend that does that, but he doesn't do it at drunkenly he'll do it at urinals to be funny, but he mainly does it like if he's at a party with like an outside, he'll just like walk away and just drop his pants and then pee.
Yep.
Well, I feel like too, like you would dribble and piss on your pants too if they're at your ankles.
You gotta bend
Don't
the
you
knees.
have more control over your line. I mean, your line of action.
What would you call it?
Dude, it's way different for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Would you care to wait? Why?
Literally the opposite.
Let's say you gotta pee outside.
Yeah.
Right? And so there's no.
You would go.
There's no toilet. Like
you
you have to go ankles, but then
squatting
you gotta like not piss on yourself.
There's an angle.
You have to bend and like
You gotta
arch
do
your
like
back and, like,
yoga
bend
chair
your...
pose. Okay.
That's where the yoga comes in.
Or you could go full squat, like full bend the knee down,
swan dive,
almost down.
Why don't
like
you just take the pants all the way off and then warrior to it?
I mean, that's part. See, that's why it's great. Yeah. Yeah, right.
All I'm trying to do is show people my knowledge of yoga.
I mean, if you're wearing a skirt or shorts, you can kind of try to be clever, but you do risk pissing on your somewhere. Somewhere there's gonna get piss, and you know, whatever. It's just pee.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, my thing is, if it's on the skin, you can wipe it off or wash it off. But like, I'm always worried about like when I go to the bathroom, like pissing on my pants. Because now you have to put your pants on and you're walking around for the rest of the day with just
smelling like piss pants. Piss pants boy. Dude, start
I've had like three really like bad memories that are seared in my mind. I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Way to bring that up.
I'm not piss pants boy anymore.
I'm a man.
I told you, Mom. It happened realized it wasn't my fault. If you would have just dropped me.
I held it for a long time.
You would have just let me be
Did
sick
you ever-
that day. Like I asked.
So, honest question: have any of you ever, like, in school? Anybody ever pee in school? Like, not. I'm bringing this up because I
Are you
peed
saying
in.
pee your pants?
Yeah. Have anyone ever pee their pants in
I
school?
peed my pants during a baseball game. I threw a bunch of dirt on my pants to try and hide it.
Well, okay, wait, hang on.
That just shows
Where
up.
were you on the? Or were you on the field?
I think I did it in the. Oh, my memory's kind of blurry here. I think I did it in the dugout, maybe.
Why would you pee yourself in the dugout?
No, actually, you're right. Maybe
Why
I was
not?
on the field.
You know what?
I mean, if you are good,
you know what?
Actually, maybe I
Probably
was
the
on the
best
field.
place.
I don't really remember. I just I have this vague memory of peeing myself and then I must have I don't know. I just remember trying to throw dirt on my pants so that you couldn't see it.
Like you were clever.
Yeah.
You're like,
I was a clever boy.
this isn't pee. This is dirt.
It's
and
mud.
Sweat. Ball sweat. Because my balls are huge.
Yeah,
I didn't piss myself.
Yeah, fellas, you ever get that problem?
Yeah. My 7-year-old balls are huge.
Huge and sweaty right now. That's why it's dirt sticking to them.
Oh, got your wife pregnant. Yeah.
They're like, what are you talking about? And you pull out a cup that's got ball sockets.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I did have a cup on too.
That's really brave of you to share that with all of us.
Sean, you ever peed in public in front of your friends?
Not in yes in public, not publicly though.
Oh.
So twice I've pooped my pants walking into my emergency situation.
You're too young
going
for that.
Getting home, you know what I mean?
An
And
old
it's just
man thing.
I held it in for an hour, and here's the But it wasn't in public. It was as it's okay, yeah, I pooped my pants, but it was I was in my house, so I have a fresh pair right there. I was just gonna take a shower.
Oh, dude, I've had friends.
One time it happened on a road trip, but I was by myself. It was just a road trip. So I was I pooped my pants in the car. I was a shark, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those sharts get you.
But it wasn't a little shark.
Never
it was a
trust
shark,
a
you know what
fart.
I mean?
You know.
But so I was on my way. I was on my way home from San Francisco. And it was middle of nowhere, somewhere middle central California or whatever. Thought it was a fart. Middle of the night. I was overnight driving. So it's middle of the night, middle of the road, no cars on the highway. Fart. And it just goes. And I knew it. I was laughing at myself as it's happening. Because it's just spilling out and it's warm and wet. And I'm
and
just
you know. And you're
there's
I'm
just
fucked.
No,
what do I do? It's nothing.
There's no maybe. I did, that's just.
It definitely happened.
But what happened, literally what happened was I just pulled over, 10 minutes later there was a rest stop. And it's the middle of the night, middle of nowhere, so no one's even there. So I awkwardly just walk into the bathroom, wash myself off, do the hobo shower. I had clean clothes because I was on a road trip in my car. So I'm I just have a fresh pair of clothes, and I literally just smoked a cigarette and got back on the road.
So imagine.
And I laughed at myself, man, I just pooped my fucking pants. So 3 times. I think. I mean, I have a really bad memory about my childhood. I think it's because the excessive drug use in college, but it's all fuzzy and stuff. So I probably did, but it wasn't I mean, if it was traumatizing public, I would have remembered it.
I think if you told
those
kids,
are the 3 times, literally twice. It was as I was getting into my house or as I was about to sit down anyways, and then one was that in my by myself in my car where I 10 minutes later
Thank you for sharing. You're so brave.
But. Yeah, and I don't think I've ever pissed my pants in public. The only thing I have done though a couple times is when I'm done, I think I'm done, and I do little last shakes, and then I I put my pee back in my pants, and
then there's a little piss
pull my pants up, and then it's just
shirt.
bloop bloop bloop, and I'm what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
And so now I have 3 little drops right on my crotch where it's there's no
when you have
there's
to
no
wear
hiding
scrubs,
the fact that those are 3 little
that's the
pee
nightmare.
droplets. You know what I mean? That's right there on khaki work pants or something. You know what I mean?
if I told you I've done
that
some
3 or 4 times in my life, but I've never pissed my pants where it's piss.
Wait, it sounds like Mike Castle. It's
let's hear about this piss.
If I told you that I've done some research into the dribbling after you're done urinating,
It's not frequent. But I'm just saying that's the only thing that's like happened to me.
So I read some information about this.
Kink in your hose.
What's really funny is the solution to it.
It's just not done spitting. You know what I mean? It's just like a few little
All right.
spits left, a little sneeze, like a sneeze after the sneezes. You know what I mean?
So I forget the.
Like you have a sneeze attack, you sneeze violently 6 times, and you're like, oh, whoa.
Okay.
Woo, glad that's over. And then you just have one little like kind of like.
First of all, a
little
dick
mini
sneeze
sneeze?
is pre-coms.
Little mini half sneeze after the end.
Don't confuse it.
Please continue.
I want to hear what the solution is.
So I did a little bit of looking into this. Not that I've ever had this problem or anything, but I don't remember the actual scientific term for it. But what you have to do is you take a finger and you rub it from the base of your dick up, and that basically squeezes out the rest of the urine from your hose.
Don't point your hand at me.
Oh, it's like those frozen popsicles where, like, you want the last bit of right. You just got to start from the bottom,
Popeyes.
or like toothpaste.
So that's so don't shake it. Don't shake it. Squeeze it.
Life hack for toothpaste.
Squeeze it from the bottom up.
Life hack for the toothpaste, though, if you cut the end off, like slice it with a knife, you free squeeze. Open end of the back end of the tube.
But then
Same
you
thing
have
you can do
to,
with a dick.
Yeah, exactly. So you cut the back end open.
Actually,
and then
don't
you
do that.
I think that's called a vasectomy. I think
Yeah.
that's what
Only
that.
difference. Yeah.
Except for
It's called
your
the Game of Thrones.
your pee line instead of your cum line.
That's exactly right. And then there's a little valve in there that switches. Yeah, that's how it works.
Ask
The
the
vas
mechanic, he
deferens.
Pissectomy.
Vasectomy. Oh.
Yeah.
He's so clever.
But also, I want to hear about the time you pissed yourself, Mike.
All right.
Don't just gloss over
So this
that.
has been burned in my memory because of how funny it was. First grade. All right, 18 kids in my class, one teacher all day. You know, like there's no escaping this. All right, it's just Sister Teresa, huge bitch. I did not
You
like
went
this
to
woman.
Catholic school?
I was Catholic school.
Oh, I thought your sister was your teacher. Okay.
Funny.
Crushing it.
So I had raised my hand. You know, I needed. This was an emergency situation, like DEFCON, whatever the highest DEFCON is, and I tell her, I'm like, this is an emergency. I need to go. She's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make you regret it. I had this thought, and I was like, I just gotta let it go. So I peed in my desk in front of the whole class. The weirdest part about the whole thing was everyone helped me clean it up.
Wait, you peed into your desk?
I was sitting in the chair, and it's one of those desks that like the chair is attached to the. So it wasn't in the desk, but it was in the chair that's attached to the desk.
I pictured you like lifting the lid and like pissing into the.
I should have done it. Oh, I should have done that.
First grade. How old are you? Like 7?
7, 8.
Yeah, like you're like, fuck, I gotta pee.
Yeah, Sister Teresa, I really need to go. And no, like you can't. And so I'm just like, I'm okay. I'm gonna pee in my chair. And everyone helped me clean it up. It was really nice, but it was really weird. It was very weird. But it makes me
Does
laugh.
everyone have
That's
that
really
story? Like I knew a
sweet in a
girl
really
did
gross
that in
way.
my first grade class.
Peed in a desk?
Yeah.
Did she
there was
lift
a
the lid
girl.
or did she be like...
No, but like, yeah, it was, everyone was nice about it.
Yeah, kids are so nice about stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
Come on.
Not where I grew up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, it's like Adam Sandler and Big Daddy was like, who doesn't pee their pants? Pee in your pants is cool. Like,
If peeing in your pants is cool, then I'm Miles Davis.
so I've done one of each.
Oh. Please share. Please share.
Same time?
No. Yes, and I was on my period. It was just a hell of a time.
They call that the Holy
Yeah, you guys
Trinity,
didn't even know.
She just one-upped all of us.
Call it the messy trinity. Yeah.
Dude, there is nothing worse than like talk about beer shits. Beer shits with a period. Blech.
That's quite a mess to clean up.
What color are those?
It's not good.
It probably looks like death for those who are
But
wondering.
one time, a shark did get me.
Yeah.
And it was like my first day at this new job.
Ooh, yeah.
And I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. I was like, and you know when it happens, if this has happened to you. My boyfriend, he gives me shit all the time because he said it's never happened to him. And when he farts with like conviction. You know what I mean? And like, I'm like, dude, watch out.
Exercising demons.
It's going to get you. And he's like, nah, it's fine. And I'm like, oh, I just cannot wait till the day comes.
It's going to be bad.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
He's going to,
when that
for
smile
you.
just slowly fades.
For you.
he is
not
going
for him and the surrounding community.
So can I ask a question? Because you're a girl and you wear these things. Did you happen to have a thong on?
No.
So you had a barrier.
I had like a decent pair of underwear on. Thank God.
Because like, what if it was like on your pants? Like,
so
there's no way of hiding that. Right?
No, no.
Or just missionary.
No.
That would just. You don't even have a little bit of a stopgap.
But I'm really lucky because this is TMI, and you guys are guys. You don't get it. But I had a panty liner on, not because I was on my period, but because you wear that sometimes when you think it's coming.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get stuck out in public,
of course.
Which that's happened.
Yeah.
But anyway. The point is that was there, and that helps save part of the day. Nice. I still had to go to the bathroom, like excuse myself, and you can smell it. You're like, oh, it smells like someone just shit their pants in here. So you're like totally cool, and just be like, I'll be right back, you guys. I gotta go grab this thing real quick. I don't know, something, and then and then you're getting there, and you pray that no one else is in the fucking bathroom, and then like. So I ended up like throwing my underwear away and like living out
Flush
the
or
rest
trash?
of the day in the trash. Because you don't want to like, from an engineering perspective, you don't want to put shit in the toilets. It's the worst thing you could do. There's people who like have to clean that up. Your mystery hole.
Don't clog the mystery hole.
Don't do it. It's not a black hole.
Sometimes it is.
But anyway, and then I finished out the rest of the day, and I was really, really embarrassed. And yeah,
that's
happened.
Pretty good. First day at work. That's a pretty good one.
Welcome.
What about the pee in your pants?
Well, I was a kid. My mom's friend was over, and she thought it was so funny to keep tickling me and keep tickling me. And then I pissed myself in the living room right on the fucking rug, And my mom was like, "Why'd you do that?" It's like she wouldn't stop tickling me.
That's just defense mechanism. That's just survival of the fittest.
It's like an octopus.
When it inks,
squirt some ink. Like
you made me ink.
Predator away. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I sharted at home once. But
that's awesome. That's the best. That's all you could hope for.
Well, and it was actually while I was peeing.
Oh, okay. So does this work for you guys when you're peeing? I didn't mean to cut you off, but when you're peeing, can you hold in a fart? Or
well, I like to. That's what happened. Is I like to let them go.
I usually let them.
Yeah.
Usually if I feel a fart, if I need to take a leak and I'm feeling a fart coming on, I just sit down because I'm like, there's no way I'm getting out of this with a clean pair of pants. Like worst case scenario, I poop my pants while I'm urinating, and then I try to clean that up and make a bigger mess in the process. So it's like just sit down if you feel like it.
Yeah.
Just sit down to pee, fellas.
Yeah. I sit down like when I get up in the middle of the night. I usually sit down just because I'm like
dizzy.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't know. It's like middle of the night. I don't have my glasses on. I'm just like.
It's probably the polite thing to do.
Yeah.
No one wants to get up after you. And see a piss-covered toilet seat.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Because I've done that where I didn't have because my eyesight's pretty bad.
Or even worse,
I didn't have my glasses on. I like, oh no, especially when it's like a familiar toilet. It's like, oh, I got this, but then you don't hear the pee hitting the water, and you're like, oh no,
where's it going?
Yeah. So I've learned just sit down.
Do you ever pee quietly, like on the side of the toilet or like on the rim, so it doesn't make any noise?
If there's company. Like if someone's sleeping in this room, I'll try and.
See, you guys have your own etiquette.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount.
There's male piss etiquette for sure.
Okay.
Do you piss on the urinal cake or on the bowl? Because urinal cake is going to splash around.
What
a
if
little
it
bit.
splashes up at you?
That's some people just do it because it smells better.
Well, don't you guys like to aim for stuff?
Yeah, it's a little target.
Like it's
Well, but that's a pretty big target.
sometimes-
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Because they don't do the urinal cakes anymore. It's those whatever like rubber mats that they
mat or
just
something.
it's just a rubber mat.
Sometimes they do those sticker targets. Those are cool.
Depending on what bar you're at. Yeah.
I like the ice. That was always my favorite. When
Ice
bars
is
just
good.
throw a big bucket of ice in there.
And you can go
I think
melt the
that's a
ice
San
with your
Diego
pee.
thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked
You
carving
watch
my
the
name
steam
in the
come
snow.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd always carve my
Slowly,
name in
like,
the
because
snow.
you're making it melt. You're like making it like you like making little designs in it.
Yeah,
making it melt.
I'm an artist. All right,
Yeah.
Just different tools.
See, women like we don't get to like be next to each other while we're peeing. There's a wall dividing us.
Yeah.
So
You don't get the
it's not this like camaraderie like.
Dicks.
Yeah,
They should have
very
like
interesting.
glory holes, but for hand holding. You know, just,
So you can feel like yeah, totally.
just somebody's there with you.
Yes. Those would be used for hand holding.
And not HJs.
Those are the function of those. Yes.
Exactly. And then you'll start to see him in the men's room because some guy will be like, "Well, I want equality," and then he'll be like, "Why can't we have the hand holes?"
We want a glory hole too. I mean, a hand holding hole too. Title 9.
You guys ruin everything.
Dicks.
Men trying to nut
Dicks
just
ruin
ruins everything. Like, men trying to get their nuts off.
Your
Has just
toxic
ruined-
masculinity. I can't breathe in
List
here.
of tragedy in human history. Like, it's probably because men were trying to get their nuts off. Like,
I know.
like for real though. Like,
Do you know how many wars have been fought because men thought
All
with
of
their
them.
dicks?
Probably
yeah,
Right?
just about
all of
every
them,
war has
yeah.
been fought because of a dick.
probably most.
Probably. I would imagine so.
Just cut them off already. Root and stem. Get the problem out of here.
Root and stem.
Time for the matriarchy, guys. Let's go.
We'd all be
Right? No. I'm
False.
the only one in this room. Okay. All right.
We had a slogan that we came up with, which was "Stick it to the matriarchy" by not sticking it to the matriarchy. We're pretty funny here.
I don't know. I think it's about balance, right?
Exactly. But don't tell people that. Nobody wants that. Everyone's better than everyone else.
Stop making so much sense, okay?
If you're trying to say
Like
we should
facts and
balance on our
reason?
dicks,
Come on,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying
This
we're
is the current year. Okay,
we're
we
a
gotta.
team. We're a team, right?
Only when we want to be.
Fucking boo.
Only when you guys want to fuck us. And after the next morning, I'm like, "Where's my teammate? Where's my teammate?"
I'm LeBron and I am the team.
I like
so.
you like throw the ball. There's no one there to catch it. You know, you're like, what's going on here?
I'm now in a 1v0 situation.
I switch teams and chase rings. You know what I'm saying? Not
Kind
sure.
of.
I'm not sure.
I think
That's
I
pretty
kinda
good.
do. I
Not
don't
sure if
know.
it made sense.
I'm with
but-
Sean, like 20%.
Switch teams and chase.
That's one of those like nod your heads and just, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everyone else gets this. I
Yes.
I laughed.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah. Been
We're a
there.
team.
We're a team. Sorry, I knocked your thing over.
Oh, that's fine.
I thought I was stretching and then I let go. I did yoga in here the other day.
How was it?
Ooh.
Gross.
It was okay.
Yeah. Do you have a
That
mat?
Sounds nice.
Very nice. Do you go anywhere to do yoga, or is it just yoga?
Just here, just videos.
Okay.
I'm really like I can't. Really tight.
If I told you I was going to go do hot yoga, would you go do hot yoga with me?
Maybe after I get better at it. Give me, because I don't want to embarrass myself.
You think I'm flexible? No, that's why I'm going to do yoga.
It sounds like your schedule's flexible. I don't know. That's so stupid. I hate myself.
Hey, good for you. If you can just do it, like.
Yeah.
I never understood the whole I need to be in a room full of other people doing it.
Yeah.
Especially that they have videos.
I kind of get it. It's like fat shaming.
But sometimes it's a more private thing. I don't want to try to get in shape. I don't want all of you to watch me and judge me while I'm trying to get in shape. I
don't want you to hear my farts.
I'm the opposite. I like that. It actually motivates me to go to the gym.
Oh.
Which also, let's just get the next segment. Fat shame Sean. Fat shame Sean.
As soon as you said fat shame Sean, I was like, oh, well, yeah, I know what the fat one is.
How fat is Sean? This is how fat I am. I'm 75% of the way to not seeing my dick. So how fat do you think I am?
I heard a little bit of it before, how you're getting winded going up the stairs.
Oh, yeah. That's actually not happening anymore. I'm now
Attaboy.
That's good.
How many flights of stairs?
Update for the audience at home. Still fat, but... now in shape a little bit. I can kind of run a little bit without getting out of breath. Yeah.
Attaboy.
I'm down to about a 9.5 minute mile.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
good. How good is that? Is that still fat or not?
No, I think
that's pretty
the
good.
fact that you can go a mile.
All right, let's slow down.
Well, I can go a whole 3, actually.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm up to that.
Oh, you're fucking fine.
I'm up to that.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good time.
Yeah, 15 pounds in 1 month.
Dude.
But I think 10 to 12 of that's probably just all the water and sugar that...
it's just... But I never... We're supposed to be fat shaming Sean. This isn't fun for me.
No. So you're okay. I never did this before. Did you ever count calories or care about what you were eating before? I never did.
0, yeah.
Fucking ever. And now that I'm actually reading stuff and learning, you should only have 25 grams of sugar in a day. I was like, that's a half a Red Bull.
So
that's it. And
Mike's
it's
about to
finding
correct
out.
you, I think.
Fun fact.
50 grams of carbs.
Hey, go ahead and mansplain that sugar thing.
The Food and Drug Administration, you don't have to have a percentage label on the sugar content so if you look on any nutrition label, there's no percentage for what your daily value is because they debate what the daily value
recommended is you shouldn't exceed 25 grams, which sounds about right. You probably shouldn't have over a half a Red Bull, right?
In all honesty, yes.
I mean, but I didn't realize that how grossly over you can get in a day without everything everything it's like finding out Santa Claus doesn't exist, but the grown-up version. What do you mean I can't eat that? I can't eat that? I can't fucking eat that?
The killer one that got me the other day was the ramen soup.
Oh, in the bag?
Cheap bag of
yeah.
Those little packets.
The sodium.
1 packet is 2 times your daily sodium.
Yep.
They don't fucking tell you that shit.
I would make 2 ramens.
You had
2
4
packets,
times.
And I'd add soy sauce to it.
That is so bad.
And when I started this diet 4 weeks ago, I'm like, I should look up how many carbs, because I'm all worried about carbs. Sugar is
fuck
the
the carbs, salt.
Oh my god, I looked it up. The sodium, I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then soy sauce is insane too. It's 1 little teaspoon is probably your whole day's worth.
Breakfast is just a bowl of sugar and salt mixed together.
You either just live in denial or just you don't have fun, I guess. You can't even eat ramen anymore. Ramen's the cheapest, blandest, dumbest shit ever. And it's that's excessive.
Learn to cook for yourself.
Or use half.
Shut up,
Use half the packet. Just use
stop
half.
being reasonable.
Compromise.
I want illogical, dumb solutions to my problems.
I'm sorry.
So sodium is the one thing I don't pay attention to.
Yeah.
I eat a shit ton of salt.
It's not good for your heart.
See, that's what I'm kind of, because when I a couple weeks ago, the reason I started getting
isn't it water soluble?
So
this is what it.
And that's that's me
sodium's not water soluble.
Your heart hurting and stuff.
Sodium's definitely water soluble.
Yeah,
that is scary.
Yeah, so
no,
so if you drink enough water, don't you just pee it all out?
Kind of depends.
But are you drinking enough water?
I drink a shit ton of water.
Good.
That's good.
He's also training for a half marathon, so he better be drinking enough water.
I I'm not doing very well though at the training part. But I
There's
drink
probably a lot
shit
of
ton
water in that beer, right?
It's one
There's
beer.
water in there for sure. There's definitely
beer.
some
There's
water
mostly
in there.
water in that. That's what I say about like these bangs too. It's like it's pretty much just water, right?
Yeah, I almost consider
It's like
myself
one
not an
giant cup of
alcoholic
water.
anymore.
Those are not
What's
good.
the sugar content?
So there's no sugar in
Oh.
that, but there is a lot of other terrible stuff.
Oh, see, I don't buy that. If it's sweet
good
and there's
and
no
bad.
sugar,
It's good and bad.
there's
They
something.
take out all the
Super
blatant
creatine.
cancer-causing chemicals, but they totally pack it with a bunch of like those like kind of questionable,
Subtle.
semi-questionable, probably very cancerous chemicals.
Well,
you
see,
know what I
that's
mean?
the thing. If it's sugar free
pack it
but
with a bunch
still
of that
sweet, that means cancer.
So there is an ingredient
Wait, what
on
about
there.
kombucha? It's kind of sweet.
There is an
It's like
ingredient.
super- I don't really like the taste of them because they're like I like sweet, but it's like bittersweet.
Oh yeah, that's cancer.
That's yeah.
There is a.
0 calories.
All right, so there is an ingredient. There's an ingredient in there called super creatine. I can tell you that that's the cancer that you're tasting.
Oh. Is it in Fresca too?
Isn't
And
creatine-
every
creatine just
single
helps
diet
your,
beverage. It's a super creatine at the top.
It's so that super creatine trademark. That's the cancer that you're tasting. They can call it super creatine, and it might have some similarities to creatine, but that is not creatine.
And what do? Nothing. We don't revolt.
No.
You still have made cancer.
We talk
There's
about it,
no
but-
one in the street. We should like protest. Like,
Bang. Fuck bang.
still made cancer.
What we can do is give you a half off coupon to
To more super creatine.
to 1 month's worth of our product.
Yeah. Because Red Bull does the same thing. They'll list their ingredients as something like trademarked.
Yeah.
And then it can be whatever they want it to be.
I mean, it's all about how you frame it.
Welcome to America.
Our marketing.
We are on point with our marketing. China's not near where we are in our marketing. They're just like, oh, communism, woohoo.
Fuck China. They stole our goddamn pandas, and I am still mad about that.
Wait, what?
Male
Those
bunchy.
Commie Chinese motherfuckers.
It means no
came
worries.
over here to our zoo
In
and
Chinese.
stole our pandas, and
Do you have that
nothing's getting any
tattooed somewhere
justice
on
for
you?
it.
Wait, what happened?
And they want
China
want me to vote for Trump, and he can't even keep our goddamn pandas here. Motherfucker.
Wait, did China really take our pandas?
Came over here and just
Well, they were
jacked
like
our fucking pandas.
I think
What's
the
up,
the
motherfucker?
contract expired.
Yeah, okay.
It was like
okay, whatever. Give me
we
the
give you
details of the situation.
panda for however many years,
That's really racist.
and now we take back panda.
That's still racist. Keep going.
It is not. It's a fucking spot on impression.
That was pretty good,
I'm an
actually, yeah.
impressionist.
That was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good, actually.
Yeah, that was a great impression of every Chinese person ever.
Duh. Duh.
Or a Chinese panda scientist.
Right. That's what I was going for.
I got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah, I got it. Way to pay attention, guys. Way to be a supporter.
Way to pander to her.
Oh. That again.
A game right
We're
here.
trying. We're trying. Not very hard, but we're trying though.
Did you do the comedy festival recently?
No. Did you go at the Comedy Palace? Did you go, Dusty?
Yeah, I was in the contest. I made it.
Nice.
I made it through my set. I did not make it to the next round.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
I'm starting
it
to
was fun,
wonder though what Dusty did to like people in town to like piss them off.
Yeah, he definitely should have advanced through
Because
that
every
contest.
contest I go to see Dusty, he like murders. He's like clearly like the best or like top 3, and then never passes. So
It does.
Like who'd you like suck and
fart?
fuck and
No.
walk
It was
away
a
from?
chair. Couch.
Look
I
how
don't know.
excited he was.
He's
like, that would make this episode perfect. She slid in a fart.
Was it a
I'll
sound or a
try.
vibration? I don't know. We
Try to
could
work
fart
one
mic it. I mean, you could pull that mic off and get a nice little catch it on the audio. If
I'm
you want.
working on it.
Much more interested in that than what Sean's saying. I'll say that right now. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like my personal opinion was I felt like I should have moved on, but
Who are you up against? Who made it through?
Chip made it through. Chip Nicholson.
Oh, okay.
And he should have.
But he is
sure.
hilarious.
Yeah, he was really
But then
good.
the other two comedians, like one of them spent half her set like selling shit.
Oh,
Like,
like
being like, hey, I got
she-
these buttons for sale. And it was kind of funny.
her swag.
But it was
So
like she did
was-
spend
she
half
did
of
a
her
lot
set
of-
just being like, I could go on my website, go on my Instagram, go on my buy these buttons, buy this, ha 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 ha.
She did a lot of white guilt,
And
and
it's
her
kinda
her
funny.
shtick was like, buy these buttons, and I'll take like 2 months off of white guilt. And she's like, buy me a drink, I'll take 3 months off of white stuff like that. It was pretty
So
cool.
it was
I
kind
wonder
of
what
funny,
her
but it
name
also was
was.
just kind of weird that like I don't know, it didn't seem like you spent what was it, 8 minutes, 10 minute sets?
No, they were only 5.
5 minutes sets?
Oh.
Yeah, they were
It almost
short.
felt like instead of like 5 minutes of jokes, it was like 2 minutes of jokes and then 3 minutes of like some weird
Sales pitch.
yeah, almost like a social media. Like
interesting.
it would be really funny if that was a video on your Instagram page, but like
And how did
we're
you
here
advance?
to watch stand-up comedy. you
Who
know?
voted?
It's,
you?
Judges.
there was like 3 judges that voted.
Who were
And then
the
the other guy
judges?
and her even too, because she was funny. You could tell she's like a
I think
comedian.
they were show
She was funny
producers
and
or
like
something. I'm
polished
not,
as a
I'm
comedian.
Interesting.
not 100% sure.
So
but-
my whole argument with her was just her choice of what she decided, like what joke she told, because she's a
You
comedian.
knew that
has-
she could have done better.
That's
like,
almost my
and
thing
you
is
were like
exactly, I'm
sad,
more
like,
like-
she didn't. You didn't use
Like,
the
why'd you
best
waste
stuff
your
in your
time?
arsenal. You used that
Exactly.
fucking 22 over there.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. You get it. You
all,
got
all
it.
3 people that moved on.
But it's
were
more like
real-
that. But
they
the
were
third
funny
person, the third guy, man. I know. Okay, shut up, Dusty. Just stop talking because I know you got to be PC and political.
No,
and
they-
you can't
they
say,
were-
but
they were
the
all
third
funny.
guy was fucking trash.
I just-
Okay, he was garbage. He sucked.
God, I really
He was
wanna
not
know
funny.
who-
Like the whole room was like really.
We don't have
like,
to drop any names.
Not
but
laughing at his.
you guys
I
can
don't
show
know.
me
They,
later.
So when they said his name,
were-
like
they were
everyone
all
was like
funny in
cheering and
different
like,
ways.
yeah, okay, Chip, yeah. And then whatever that girl's name was, it's like, oh, okay, like yeah, she was funny. And then they said that guy's name, and everyone kind of was like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
Like you could hear the room almost like groan, like what? That guy? Because that guy was like the least funny in the everyone on the stage.
How did you do in the San Diego comedy contest?
I made it to round 3.
Very nice. Did we? I don't know if I had a chance to ask you since that happened.
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
round 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the comedy festival. I used to work there at the Comedy Palace.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Like, yeah, that's when I first started doing comedy. So my girlfriend, she's like a really close friend of mine, was a roommate to another girl who worked there, who's now a really close friend of mine, but they were friends in college or in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always talk about how I like comedy. I want to do comedy. And this was, 4 years back when I first started. And she's like, oh, you should meet my friend Michelle. And so I did. And then she hired me at the Comedy Palace and I worked there and I learned a lot. Yep. I ran the open mic for a little while with a couple of the guys.
Okay.
Do you guys know like Richie Estrada or Jimmy Wolpert? So like the back room at the Palace?
Jimmy, he's the guy that died, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But him and Richie and I used to run the open mic at the Comedy
wow.
Palace together, like the 3 of us. And they're not paying you anything.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Like, that's the thing is like a lot of free efforts. But I mean,
but you got stage time out of it. You got
totally.
experience.
It was like, it was some of the best stuff. And I really got to meet a lot of great people and they're really nice. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to dog them, but I'm saying, it's not a moneymaker being a waitress at a
Throw,
I mean, that's just how it is.
throw somebody like $10 or something, huh?
But yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that place. I hadn't really spent much time there before the festival, but I've been back there a lot since the festival, and it's only been a few days. And everybody's like really, the community there is really nice. Like they're supportive.
Yeah, and the guys who throw the festival, it's like the same dudes, for every year, and like Chip. The thing is you gotta really be doing it at least 10 years for anyone to even know who your name is what they say, you know.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It takes a while to get in there, but
yeah,
that's what she said.
He also said that.
He said it a lot. She said it a couple times.
I have to pee.
Yeah, go for it. I need to run out to my car.
Try and hit
pee
the
break?
wall so it's not loud.
Depends on who's doing the genociding.
Are you the genocidee?
I'm the genocider.
Sounds like a wrestler. The genocider.
The genocider would be a good name for a juicer, though.
Yeah.
Would you like some genocider?
Sold. But also, I want to hear about the time you pissed yourself, Mike.
Sean, you ever peed in public in front of your friends?
So like twice I've like pooped my pants.
Did you remove the pants completely, or did you keep pants like around the ankles? You gotta take your pants completely off if you're shitting in the woods.
Are you a pants down pisser too?
And then I also lift my shirt up because I don't want to get any on my clothes.
Oh, that's smart. Who doesn't pee their pants? Peeing in your pants is cool. Like,
for real though, take off your pants the next time you take a dump.
beer shits with a period. Blech.
What color are those?
So I did a little bit of looking into this.
And I was on my period. It was just a hell of a time.
Take a finger and you rub it from the base of your dick up. Basically squeezes out the rest of the urine from your hose.
It's like those frozen popsicles. Your pee line instead of your cum line.
What about the pee in your pants? Worst case scenario, I poop my pants while I'm urinating, and then I try to clean that up and make a bigger mess in the process. Just sit down to pee, fellas.
Yeah.
She thought it was so funny to keep tickling me and keep tickling me. And then I pissed myself in the living room right on the fucking rug. On the rug.
That's just a defense mechanism. That's just survival of the fittest.
It's like an octopus.
When it inks,
Squirt some ink. Like,
you made me ink.
Predator away, yeah.